Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Welcome back to, some breaking news from Elon Musk. The New York Times just posted, I know half the people, by the way, don't like the New York Times, okay, I get it. But the New York Times just broke some big inside information about Elon Musk's crazy plans for Twitter, which includes like this crazy X subscriber status that's potentially to launch next year. It's pretty wild. Let's get into the details together right here. It's behind the New York Times paywall. We're going to talk about exactly what the heck is going on in here. So, whew, there's a lot. Quick reminder, we got 10 days left before the prices, thanks to all that inflation, go way up on the programs on real estate and property management, link down below, making YouTube videos, real estate sales, stocks. You can bundle them however you want, wealth, whatever. Amazing tips on psychology and making long-term decisions in those programs, especially getting started in real estate. It's going to be huge by the end of this year, by the way. You want to have an advantage there. Check that out via the link down below. And you get private course access, private live stream access with me every morning where we can talk about ideas and answer your questions. Okay, but let's get into this because this is a big deal right here. Inside Elon Musk's big plans for Twitter, here's what Elon Musk is projecting for Twitter's finances and his plans over the next years, okay? So look at this. Elon Musk has never been accused of dreaming small. He has reinvented at least two industries with Tesla, his EV company, and SpaceX, the rocket company. Now he's taking this over to Twitter, $44 billion acquisition. Now, something to know is that today, there was a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit filed by the Orlando Police Officers Association to stop the acquisition of Elon Musk of Twitter unless 67% of shareholders that are not owned by Elon Musk, and there's an important thing about the quote, owned by Elon Musk, approve of the deal. But here's the thing, they're claiming that people who are working with Elon Musk are basically colluding with Elon Musk. Therefore, when Morgan Stanley owns 9.5%, Jack Dorsey owns 2.4%, and Elon Musk owns 9.2%, they're basically claiming that 20 to potentially 25% of outstanding shares are owned by Elon Musk, basically meaning that every single other human being or industry or whatever that owns Twitter, institution that owns Twitter, would have to vote to confirm the deal, which there's no way everyone would vote for it, right? So it's a really interesting lawsuit in Florida. It's a class action. I don't think it's actually going to go anywhere. I'm not so worried about the lawsuit. And the market clearly isn't either, because remember this, Twitter's share price is up like 16 to 19% year to date, which it's only not like $20 right now, following the NASDAQ down, 23% at a beta of probably 2. Twitter would probably be down 40% right now, 40 to 46% year to date if it weren't for this Elon deal. So Elon's actually propping the value of this up. And the fact that we're only $4.40 away from the deal price at a closing price of $49.80 implies that the market sees probably a 90% chance of success of this deal going through, despite that lawsuit in Florida. So I'm not so worried about that. But it's clearly Elon Musk's vision that's propping this up. And look at this, okay? Elon Musk has presented a pitch deck to investors in recent days, outlining his grand, some might say incredible plans for Twitter and their financial targets. Here's a peek into what Musk sees for the social media service. He wants to quintuple revenue to $26.4 billion by 2028, which quintuple is 5x, okay? Like you do a quick Google on that, it's 5x. Okay, that's crazy. 5x revenues in, what is that? 6 years. So 5x, well, by 2028. So it's actually 5.5 years. In his pitch deck, Musk claims he would increase the annual revenue to $26.4 billion. That is up from $5 billion last year. Now, keep in mind, right now, people are paying Elon Musk is paying 70 times earnings for Twitter. 70 times earnings is actually kind of like a handsome premium right now for a company like Twitter. Like a lot of companies have seen massive compressed valuation multiples. And if Twitter was selling for closer to 25 times earnings right now, which probably it would if it were not for Elon Musk buying the deal, well, that would be, a compression of about 65% of the share price, which would bring it down to, well, $32, right? And this is kind of what we've been talking about, somewhere between, in the 20s, low 30s, whatever. Okay, that's pretty incredible, though, because if he can 5x the rev, well, then what you're really doing is you're saying, the forward P, that's rev, assuming the same similar thing would happen to earnings. He might run it more efficiently, but just doing a quick divide by, that'd be like paying a 14 forward PE to 2028 if he also grew revenue or net income by that, right? Anyway, this was fascinating me. cut Twitter's reliance on advertising to less than 50% of revenue. Personally, I think that's surprising because I think there are a lot of things that you can do with revenue, but I don't think or with advertising, but I don't think he really is saying we don't want advertisers. I think what he's saying is we want to have so many other services that advertising is just going to be less than 50%. For example, you could have a Bitcoin service or, crypto integrations. Remember, Twitter's already been talking about integrating NFTs as your profile picture and legitimizing them, linking them with the blockchain. They're already testing this kind of stuff. Maybe more crypto integration. You right click on somebody's tweet and you want to share stuff with them. Maybe you can send them crypto right through that. Who knows? And then they take a fee or whatever, like PayPal would, right? Who knows? They also want to potentially charge for verification services or the ad-free experience, which they already do via Twitter Blue. Who knows? Whatever. So kind of interesting. Musk's advertising would fall to 45% of total revenue, down from 90% in 2020. In 2028, advertising would generate $12 billion in revenue, and subscriptions would be nearly $10 billion of that, which is kind of remarkable because, let's assume, let's jump over here to the number of users. Look at this. He's expecting 931 million users. That's like, right now, at the end of last year, we had 217 million users. That's almost 5x the number of users. So 931 million users. Let's try some quick, fun math here, okay? If they think they're going to get $10 billion in subscription revenues, $10 billion, try to write that out appropriately. There we go. And then maybe let's say 10% of their users actually convert to some kind of paying product, right? So times 10. This would be, and then you've got about 1 billion users. So let's divide by that. So we're going to say $10 billion is generated by 90 million people. Let's get a cost per user. So $10 billion divided by 90 million people, about 10% of users, that'd be about $111 per year. And if you divide that by 12, that's only about $9.20 a month. If 10% of users, and there are 900 million users, if 10% pay $9 a month, like, cheaper than Netflix kind of thing, yeah, you could actually make that happen. Advertising generating roughly the same. It's pretty wild. I mean, these are some crazy projections right here. Thanks, by the way, for the 49 RON. All right. Other revenue would come from businesses such as data licensing. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my gosh. Data licensing. I'm telling you, I've been saying this for weeks, man. Elon Musk's 4D chess plan right here is to create the verbal algorithm that Elon Musk needs, the verbal and written algo that he needs for the Optimus robot. And guess what? He controls the company that could license the data. So he could basically guarantee that it could happen because, Tesla could license the verbal and communications and language algorithm from Twitter. And then now Twitter's revenue goes up and Tesla basically gets a really high quality AI designed by Elon and the people he hires for his Optimus robot. And then they don't even have to in-house train that language algorithm at Tesla. I mean, no guarantees. There could be other forms of data licensing, honestly. But I think that's his 4D chess play right here. I mean, it's obvious. Produced 15 mil in rev from a payments business. That's interesting. In 2023, according to the document, which would grow to that's 15 mil from a payments business. This probably has to do with crypto, which would grow to 1.3 bill by 2028. The company's payments business today, which includes tipping and shopping, is negligible. There has been speculation that Musk may introduce payment abilities to Twitter, given that he helped popularize PayPal, the digital payment service. I mean, imagine if it became like an Affirm, buy now, pay later. You see this product, you buy now, pay later for it, and you pay for it with Doge or crypto or whatever, right? Totally possible. So then you've got, let's see here. This is more from the opinion sections. Okay, increase average revenue per user to $5.39. Interesting. So maybe he's thinking he can, because remember we calculated about $9. So this is about half that. Maybe he's thinking average annual revenue per user and maybe a 20% convert rate, right? Fine. That sounds reasonable to me. Reach 931 million users by 2028. I think he's kind of comparing to like Facebook's growth. I think it's possible, especially if he creates a more neutral platform, right? One where, no party, whether they're like far lefties or far righties or even people in the middle, are fearful of posting opinions for fear of getting shadow banned by some like, cloak and dagger agency, your room in the background, like making decisions like downvote that, ban them, right? Instead, open source algorithm, you could see exactly all the actions the computers take. Great idea. This is interesting. Have 104 million subscribers for a mysterious X by 2028. Included in Musk's total user estimates are what appear to be subscribers to a new product called X, which would have 104 million users in 2028. Now, remember, we don't know what X is, but we do know that Elon Musk has created an X Holdings company. And who knows, maybe X is like you pay one subscription and you get benefits on Twitter. You get benefits on SpaceX Starlink, for internet service. You get a full self-driving with your car. And it's all just like this triple play kind of thing like the phone companies do. Entirely possible, right? You get your car, you get your internet, you get your ad-free news and communication software or whatever. X subscribers product shows up on the pitch deck in 2023 with 9 million users expected its first year. Okay. Now this was interesting. It says here, hire 3,600 employees after shedding hundreds. I wouldn't be surprised if of the 7,000 employees they have right now, 7,500 employees they have right now, like a quarter of them, maybe even more, just leave as soon as Elon Musk gets in, because people will just be like, yeah, Elon, I don't want to work for Elon, and some losers leave or whatever. Okay, interesting. So, but in between, Elon Musk expects the number to fluctuate, seeing some numbers go up in 2022 and then declining by the tune of about 900 in 2023 before increasing again, probably going to fire people or lose people, whatever. Stock-based comp is expected to rise. This is no surprise when you're building on a new company. You have stock-based comp. Raise free cash flow to 9.4 billion. That's pretty incredible. Twitter will add about 13 billion in debt as part of the buyout plan, but he expects to pay that debt down as free cash flow grows through all these new services. Okay. And then apparently an earlier version of the article misstated two parts of Elon Musk's pitch deck. Mr. Musk expects Twitter Blue to have 69 million users, not 69 million in revenue by 2025. It is also not the case that X subscribers is expected. Okay, so they corrected some things here, but apparently Elon Musk expects that Twitter Blue will have 69 million users. Oh, damn it, Elon. Damn it. You couldn't even do it. You couldn't even do it without one joke. Absolutely incredible. Very, very interesting. Now, remember, check out the programs, a link down below for long-term appreciation of assets, the knowledge that you need to get wedge deals and actually make money and prevent wasting money, which is so common, especially in bear markets or in the real estate market. Use that coupon code before we have the largest increase ever in 10 days. Check out on that before you forget. Folks, in my opinion, this is really incredible. It's very, very exciting. There are a lot of fun things in this. Honestly, it makes me want to be part of the Twitter deal. I'm not so worried about the lawsuits. It seems very, very fun. I do think that Elon Musk has the real potential of 2 or 3xing this company, and it's very exciting. He's also buying this company basically at the bottom of the market, if you think about it. Who knows if we're actually at a bottom, but we're at a pretty trashy time in the market, so who knows? But anyway, this is fascinating. Folks, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful week.